Hi, Year 6. So now we've nearly finished our earthquakes and volcanoes topic. And what we're going to do for the last few lessons, this is going to go across 3 lessons, okay? So the first one will be while you're still not at school, but then, because you're all coming back on March the 8th, then we're going to finish it at school. And the first bit involves you researching to create a disaster report. I'm going to allocate each of you, so I'll tell you which one is yours, and I'm going to allocate each of you either a very famous earthquake, or a famous tsunami, or a very famous volcano. And then you need to produce a disaster report. The first stage, which is what this lesson is, the one that you'll be doing when you're still at home, is to research all about your disaster and find out all about the key facts that you need to know. For example, if it's an earthquake, okay, where did it happen? What was it on the Richter scale, and what damage did it cause? Okay, if it's a volcano, you don't use the Richter scale, but you will use the volcanic explosivity index. If it's a tsunami, it would have been caused by an earthquake that was under the ocean. So what was it on the Richter scale? Where did it affect? How big was the wave? Okay, and what the casualties, were people dead? What were the amount of homes destroyed, etc. So it's a disaster report file. We also need accurate information on where it took place. So it's not enough to say it was in Japan. Which part of Japan? I want a map. I want you to show me where it exactly was. Okay? Now, to create a really good disaster report, you're going to use the waggle that I'm going to show you in a minute. So I've done an example, and I've chosen Mount St. Helens, which is a very famous big volcano that took place in 1980. And Mount St. Helens is in the US, in the United States, in the Northwest, on the Pacific coast. So it's part of the Ring of Fire. And I'm going to show you my presentation in a minute. And you're going to do a presentation like that. Your disaster report is not going to finish up as a written piece. It's going to be a PowerPoint presentation, and you are going to stand with your PowerPoint presentation in front of all the class and explain it. The presentations that are really good, we'll go forward if we're allowed to have assemblies later on. You know, as we go through the next few weeks, we might be having assemblies again. If we're allowed, the best ones will go forward to be presented in assembly. So you're going to talk to the class and explain all about your earthquake or your tsunami or your volcano. And you'll have your slides just behind you like we do when we're doing a lesson. Okay, I'm sure you'll be able to do a brilliant job. And we're going to have a few more lessons, not just today. Excuse me. We're going to have a few more lessons in which you can get this all ready. Okay, you'll be working with a partner. I've decided all the partners. I've also decided all the disasters. So you just need to check. It'll be on our assignments what disaster you have to research. Okay, the first week, what you're doing is finding out what you can, making a list. Just keep a record of what you've found out, all the key facts, and then you bring that back with you into school, okay? Or you just put it on Teams and we'll be able to find it at school, and then we'll use it to create our disaster report. Okay, see you soon.